Sadashivasamarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Om Ganganapataye Namaha. Om Shri Radha Krishnaya Namaha. Om Shri Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Sahana Bhavatu, Sahanau Bhunaktu, Saha Viryam Karavavahai, Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Welcome everyone. Obviously, it's not Swamiji sitting here. He woke up not feeling too good, so he asked me to take the class. And I'm not quite prepared for it. So before we start, if anybody wants to leave, they're welcome to. You don't have to be sitting here. Nobody's holding a gun to your head. But meditation is always good. So we'll do a meditation as Swamiji's class. And, you know, we just concluded the Prashnottara Ratnamalika text in the 10 o'clock class. The text is over. And the last verse of the last teaching verse of that text, for those of you who haven't been attending that, those videos are available online. It's a text that's attributed to Shankaracharya, but it has a lot of questions and answers on dharma, what is the right thing, how to live in society, how to be living a good life. And there are portions of Advaita Vedanta as well in the text. So the last verse of the text, which I did not we saw the verse, but I didn't elaborate in the class because I thought we could use it for this meditation, is the verse says, Kaha sarva veda bhuhu. What is the source or what is the origin for all the Vedas? And the answer in the verse says, Atha Om. So Om, the text ends with that letter Om. Om is considered to be the source for the Vedas. Now, why? Many of you might know that Om is a sound symbol. It's a bija akshara. You know, technically, when we write Om and we call it a letter, it's not technically correct because that is just, Om is just a sound symbol. It's not a letter per se. And I'm going to go to the board. Many of you have seen Swamiji write this out on the board. So I was just, for those of you who have not, so Om is usually written like this in Sanskrit. And it's really made up of 3 Sanskrit letters, A, U, and Ma, Makara or Ma. And because of grammar rules, and I know some of you are watching the 6-month, registered for the 6-month online course, and this Sanskrit grammar is a requirement for it. So hopefully you're doing part of that. So in Sanskrit grammar, when 2 vowels combine, certain rules happen. So when and u, the words and u combine, they form another letter O. And that's why this combined with this is pronounced Om. And you've heard Swamiji's pet peeve. That is his pet peeve. Do not pronounce. Technically, it is not right to pronounce it as Aum, A-U-M, though I know some books will write it, spell it out like that. But you know the rule, if you want to be particular about how Om is to be pronounced, it has to be written. So even writing it like this, you won't see it in text. It'll always be written like this. And if it is written like this, then you know, and if somebody, a teacher is pronouncing it like this, then you probably know he or she, you can probably conclude that he or she doesn't know some rules of grammar. Okay. I'm sorry? Instagram teacher. I don't know that. Okay. So, and why the three letters? So the first sound, maybe this is something you can try. So the first sound that comes out of your mouth without changing the shape of your mouth. You can try it out now. What is the first sound that comes out? Right? So if somebody might say O, but O, your mouth is changing shape. How about E? E, your mouth is changing shape. So the first letter that comes out from the mouth, without the mouth vocal apparatus changing shape, is and that is the first letter. And what is the last letter when you close your mouth? What's the sound that comes? M. So that is really, that Om symbolizes the entire human vocal apparatus, the entire speech production from the throat, and when you say it's coming from the mouth, sorry. The throat, and ma when you close your mouth. From the lips, from the throat to the lips. And I already said due to grammar rules. So Om was also considered to be the first sound that was ever produced. First sound from which all other sounds came. Because that to ma encompasses all the sounds that our vocal apparatus can make. So this Om represents all the sounds, and by extension, all the languages. So this one symbol Om has a lot of stuff going on in that one symbol Om. Whenever and I mentioned this and of course symbolically, Om has a much higher, much deeper meaning for each of those letters that form the symbol. The first mantra, so most of the Vedic mantras, all Vedic mantras, when you chant, you will usually begin with Atha Om. And when you end a Vedic mantra, you end it with Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. There are certain reasons why you do that. The first mantra in the Mandukya Upanishad says, Om iti etat aksharam idam sarvam. Om iti, this letter Om, aksharam idam sarvam. Om is idam sarvam, all this entire universe. Tasya upavyakhyanam, the recitation, the upavakhyanam, the recitation or the explanation of it, bhutam bhavat bhavishyat iti, is all that is present. Bhutam in the past, in the present, and in the future, bhavishyat. So Om encompasses time itself, all three periods of time. In the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna further explains, Om iti aksharam brahma. Om iti, Om is Aksharam Brahma. So the word Aksharam has two meanings. So one meaning is Aksharam. Akshara means a letter or a word or a syllable. So Om is a single syllable, Aksharam is a single syllable, or that Aksharam also means undestructible, undecaying. So Om is Kshara, Kshi, to decay or to wane away. So Om is also considered to be Aksharam in a very Vedantic sense, because it is the absolute, Om iti Aksharam Brahma, it is the absolute reality, the indestructible, undecaying truth. And the verse in Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna continues, Vyaharan Mam Anusmaran. Yeah, somebody has memorized the Bhagavad Gita. Vyaharan means uttering, Mam Anusmaran, uttering Om, and Anusmaran, remembering who? Me, Mam, this is Krishna, Lord Krishna talking. Yaha Prayati, the one who is departing, the one who is not on a worldly journey, but one who is about to die. Tyajan deham, tyajan, giving up, they're giving up this body, means at the time of death. Sahayati, he goes or he attains, he gains what? Paramam gatim, the highest goal, which means he becomes liberated, he becomes free. So does this mean, so Lord Krishna is telling Arjuna, when somebody is dying and they utter Om, they will be liberated. So all of us have to be really focusing on that. Does it mean when you're dying or somebody is dying and all you need to do is utter Om, that's it, you're going to be liberated? Obviously not. The principle behind this verse in the Bhagavad Gita is that whatever thoughts we have at our last moment, it's believed that that kind of directs the path of our next life. Of course, if you're liberated, you're not going to have a next life, so you can have any thought you want. And also recognizing that we have to be, if we are lucky enough, I shouldn't say lucky or not lucky, it really depends on our end, right? If we are in a drug-induced sedation, we're not going to be, may not be mentally aware or cognizing what our thoughts are going to be or what our last word is going to be. But if you have the chance, last chance, literally last chance, at the time of death, to say Om or to think of something auspicious, that the belief is that directs where your life says, so what life goes, so whatever the next life goes. So Lord Krishna assures, so after this verse, now in the Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna is afraid. Now because he doesn't know what his thought will be. But Krishna assures him, whatever state of being one remembers when he quits this body, that state he will attain without fail. And there is a custom in India when they keep names of children. I don't know if you know this custom. Usually, I know it's prevalent in the south, maybe in the north as well. They usually will name the children after a deity, after a god or goddess. And I don't remember who I heard this from, but the idea being, so this is the principle, right? Whatever your last thought is, last words is, that's what you'll gain. So when this father is on his deathbed, dying, getting ready to die, he's calling out Rama, Rama. He's not thinking of Lord Rama. His son is named Rama, and he's calling him for a cup of water. And what happens if before the son can bring a cup of water, the father croaks. So does this mean, so the reason, that's what? Cheating. Yeah, so the names, the reason for this story was the names are kept. There's the aspect of this, the name, people keep their names, children's names after a god or a goddess, because at least at their last breath, for whatever reason, they're calling out to their children, but it ends up being a god or a goddess, right, a deity's name. So maybe thinking of this, any newborn kids, maybe keep Om, because we're thinking of the Om. Okay, so that's a little bit about Om without going into the Vedantic meaning that is mentioned in the Mandukya Upanishad. So I thought, because our text ended with Om, and because honestly I was not prepared to do the meditation till before class, I thought we'll do a meditation on Om. And a little different. Many of you have done these meditations with, or have attended classes where Swamiji has done a meditation on Om. So what, a little differently than what you may have attended before, we're going to do a meditation on Om, but we're going to combine it with a deep breathing, with the pranayama. So the reason, firstly, when you are doing diaphragmatic breathing, which is controlled breathing or pranic breathing, the body tends to relax. You can relax the body. The slow breathing relaxes the body. It also calms the mind. So if there's any stress, anxiety, maybe someone is questioning right now, what are they doing in this class? It can help to relax the body and the mind. So that's the aspect of the pranayama. And the utterance of Om, it's a very sacred sound syllable encompassing everything. So we can combine Om we can combine the chanting of the mantra Om with our breathing. Om is a mantra commonly used, and it's actually one of the mantras that many sannyasis use. And you've heard, may have heard Pujya Swamiji's joke is, don't use the mantra unless you're a sannyasi, because then he says, if you use the mantra, if that is the only mantra you're using, beware of the consequences for your life. It could be that you might end up being a sannyasi, which was not a bad, it's a great thing, but it might not be what is your life about. So just a few points, before we start with the meditation, any questions? Announcements? Announcements, so I'll announce if you, okay, go ahead, Vijay, you can announce.
I already had reminders, so I'm going to remind you to please silence your cell phones right now. Everyone take a minute to
make sure your notifications are off also, right?
that is notifications, dings on all devices, like wherever devices you are.
Okay, so we can turn the light off, and I'll give you some guidance as we go through this, go through the practice itself. Okay, so any meditation practice begins with, firstly, you can't jump into a meditation practice because, our bodies and minds are not rested enough or not in the groove, so to say. So we begin with sitting up in a posture that you're comfortable with, and sitting with your backs fairly straight. If you're sitting on the regular chairs, make sure your feet touch the floor so that you have a sense of balance. And if you're sitting on the back jacks with your legs folded, you can tuck your tailbone towards the back of the chair so that you have a wide triangle base for stability. And gently closing your eyes. adjusting your posture so that it's not a distraction for the next maybe 15-20 minutes while you meditate. Relaxing the body, paying special attention to parts of the body that might feel tight, like the limbs or the joints or the back of your neck. Just sensing any tightness in any of your limbs, in your neck, in your trunk, and letting go. Relaxing the body, letting go of the tension that the body is holding on to. Notice if you're holding any tension in the muscles of your face, especially around the eyes and the forehead. Without realizing, we might be squinting, holding our eyes tight. So just open your eyes very gently and deliberately lower your eyelids very softly. Let your upper eyelids touch the lower eyelids very softly. And next, coming to your breathing. Relaxing your breath. Taking a deep breath in and letting go of any tension you might still be holding in the body with a long out breath. Taking a few more deep breaths, slow, long breaths to let go of any tension in the body, in any muscles of the body, in any parts of the body. And now turning to your mind. There may be thoughts going on in your mind. There may be emotions you're feeling. There may be things you have to get done. Taking a sankalpa, giving yourself a statement of intent that just for the next 15-20 minutes, all the things that are going on in your mind can be put aside, giving yourself permission to put everything going on in your mind aside so that you can devote yourself, so that you can devote your mind to this practice, to this meditation. We'll get back to all the to-do things in our list, all the worries that are bothering us after this meditation. It doesn't help having them in during the meditation anyways, because you can't do anything about it right now. So in this moment, we give ourselves permission to put aside everything that is going on in our mind. And as we get ready to start the chanting, what we're going to do, we're all going to chant Om at our own pace. What this means is you can take as much of a breath as you want with the inhalation. So we inhale deeply, and as we chant, we inhale deeply, and then as we exhale, we can chant Om. The length of the exhalation is entirely up to you. The only caveat I would add is that you have to inhale and exhale at a rate that is comfortable to you. So at no point during the meditation should you be uncomfortable, should you feel lightheaded or uncomfortable with a deeper in-breath and out-breath. And the other thing, we're all going to be chanting it aloud, not synchronized, because everybody is going to be chanting when they want to, when they are ready to. So the gaps between two chants are going to vary for each of us. The pitch that you're going to be chanting with is going to vary for each of us. Keeping that in mind, I would suggest to just not chant very loudly, so loudly that everybody in the room can hear you, especially if your chanting is not very clear. So chant at a level, decibel level, that you can hear yourself chant, but at the same time you're not disturbing the neighbor. And then as we proceed through the meditation, I will introduce a few instructions. So for the first time, you can just listen and repeat, and then you can take a deep breath for yourself and chant on your own. Listen and repeat. You can take a deep breath and recite Om as you exhale out. And you continue to do this at your own pace. Paying attention to your in-breath and out-breath. Om. Now increase the gap between repetitive chants as you chant, between two Oms. Continue to take a deep breath and exhale slowly, but increase the time between two chants. Resting in the silence between two chants, still doing it at your own pace. As we come to the end of the meditation, you can finish the chant you are on right now, and then we'll recite Om together 3 times. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.